Hey everyone, I'm Lauren from My Something Beautiful Life. I haven't done a planner update in a while, and so I figured since it's the beginning of Q4, this would be a good time to let you know some of the planners I've been using, how they're working, and just what I plan to use to finish off the year. And I know I've said this before, but I'm going to say it again. If using multiple planners like this doesn't work for you, that's totally fine. I have learned from years of experience that this is what my brain needs to be able to function well. And so I choose to have a lot of planners. But I totally get that this can be extremely overwhelming for some people. And so if this seems overwhelming for you, don't do it. I know some people probably look at this and think that it's absolutely crazy to use this many. And some people look at it and wish that they knew how to use this many. But either way, if it doesn't work for you, then don't try to force it. Just use what works, because having something that actually functions for you is the most important thing. All right, and with that being said, let's just jump right in and I will show you what I have here. So probably the main staples that I have are these two. This is my Erin Condren Daily Duo, and this is my MakseLife Weekly. I wish I could say that I only needed a daily or only needed a weekly, but as much as I struggle to use both of them at the same time, I have learned that not having one or the other actually stresses me out more. So I've just come to accept that I just don't use them all the time. If I don't need a daily planner, I don't use the daily planner. If I don't need a weekly layout, then I don't use the weekly. It's whatever my brain just needs to focus on in that moment, that's the one that I use. So I wish I could give you a pretty flip through of all of my filled out pages, but you're not going to see that from me. In fact, right now, this is my monthly calendar. Actually, this is September. We're technically in October now, which I haven't done in here at all. I did do it in my MakseLife planner though. But this is normally color-coded and I didn't even do that. So that just kind of shows you. I mean, see, I do it sometimes. Oh, wow, I put stickers on that one. That's so fun of me. Oh, it was the day we went to the beach. Okay, that's why I wanted to use that beach stickers. Anyway, see, I don't even normally use stickers, and a lot of my days are blank. But whenever I get overwhelmed and I need to just make a list of what I need to do that day, or even what I need to do tomorrow, something like that, that's when I pull out my daily. And because I have a dedicated page for each day, I have tons of room to write whatever it is I need to write. So this one is actually just very basic for me. I just did a little bit of a to-do list and I wrote down that I went to work because I don't work every day. But what I like to do when I have more things that I'm trying to get out of my head, I need to find one where I actually did it. I guess it's been a while since I did it like that. Okay, here's one. So what I actually like to do is I divide the times into 3 sections and just make more specific to-do lists. It just helps me compartmentalize a little bit better, and so then I know what I'm looking for when I want to work or clean or something like that. And I actually got the idea for this from the Erin Condren Petite Daily, because that's how it's set up. It has no hourly time. It just has the 3 sections here, which I love. And so that's often how I actually set up my daily duo, although apparently not that often. But to be fair, I really haven't been using it very much. But I love that it's here when I do need it. Another thing that I love about the daily duo is that at the end of each week, there's actually a lined notes page that you can just use for whatever. And so I like to use this for just a brain dump of anything that's on my mind, anything that I'm trying to remember to do or just want to do. And then more often than not, I don't actually even look at it again, but sometimes I go back to it a lot and it's quite helpful. If nothing else, just getting it out of my head both helps me remember the things that I'm trying to remember, and it helps me to realize the things that I don't actually need to remember, which is why I don't go back and look at it all the time. So anyway, that is my daily duo. This is a cover that was on a notebook. It was like a limited edition notebook I got a while ago. It's the only fall cover that I have, so that's the one that is on it for now. I probably should get another fall cover for it. Most of my covers are the 7x9 size, and so I actually don't have a lot of the A5 ones. I should probably get some more A5 ones because I've been using the Daily Duo for a while now, and I like to change up my covers. Anyway, random tangent there. All right, and then with my MakseLife, okay, I'm gonna have to move these out of the way a little bit. So I also use my MakseLife for my goals. And so that also helps me to keep coming back to this one. But sometimes I just need to see the whole week at one time. And so that's why I need to have a weekly planner too. So here's my monthly layout. Again, didn't color code it at all yet. I still want to. We'll see if I actually get around to it. And then I have my goals here. There's my goals for the week. And this is my weekly layout for this week. I don't do very well with planning ahead what I'm going to do each day. And part of that is I don't know my work schedule very far in advance. And so I don't want to plan a lot of time-consuming activities on a day and then end up having to work that day. So I generally just write down the things in this little top section, the things that I know I'm going to do, any appointments that I have, things like that. And then just as the week goes on, I can fill out this with my to-do list of whatever I need to get done that day. And sometimes I fill it out at the beginning of the week, and that's enough for me to just kind of get a grip on what's going on. My head is this weird mix of needing a lot of space to write down whatever's going on in my brain right now, and also needing to see things in advance. So I just kind of have an understanding of how things are going to play out. Like many of us, I'm very much a planner person, and I don't mean that as in physical planners, but I mean it as in I need to plan, especially when I'm trying to complete a project or I'm working towards a specific goal. I need it laid out, not just step by step, but the time span in which it's going to happen. And so a weekly planner is much better for that than the daily planner is for me. But then again, when it comes down to getting things out of my head that day, I really love having the daily planner. Even if I don't do everything I write down, I just need it to be on paper. So these are my main planners, the ones that I use just for my normal life type stuff, appointments, to-do lists, things like that. And then these ones are my more specific ones. So first off, this is my budget planner. It's the same budget planner I've been using all year. The only difference is that I actually made a budget sheet that I can use every time I get paid to help work out where the money's gonna go. Other than that, I use it the same as I have. And I'm gonna talk more about this in a little while, like in a different video, and just go into more details about what worked, what didn't work, and what I'm changing for next year. And so I don't want to go into a whole lot of detail about it now. But just so you're aware, this is my budget planner. It's the same as it has been. It's the Erin Condren inserts. I love having it in the A5 rings just because I've been able to change out pages and add things in as I need it, which is something that I've realized is really important for me to have in a budget planner. And I wasn't sure how I would like it A5 size because generally I use it in a 3-ring binder that's 8.5 by 11. But I've actually really liked the A5 size. It's worked well. I haven't needed it to be bigger. So I've been happy with this. It's worked really well. I think the main thing that needs tweaking is just the inserts that are in it. They're not quite as comprehensive as what I need. I feel like no matter what's going on in my life, my money never looks like what traditional budgeting looks like. And so none of that stuff ever tends to work for me. So I'm looking at a more customized approach for next year, and I will just share more about that later. But just know this is my budget planner. I'm still using it, and I'm still going to be using this for the rest of the year. This is another one I'm not going to flip through too much. This is my content planner for my blog and for YouTube. While there's some stuff in here that I can't share, most of it's just pretty boring. I use it to plan out specific videos and blog posts. If I have ideas about what I want to cover, sometimes I'll write it down in here. Or if there's a big launch or a specific project that I'm working on, then details for that can go in here. My goals that coincide with my blog and YouTube all go in here. And I would like to show you more about how I use my content planner sometime, but now is not the right time. I haven't prepped it well enough to know what to even show you in it. It's just all kind of my random notes right now. If you do want to see what it looks like at the beginning of the month, I did film a reel for it, a few months ago, I think. I will try and see if I can link that in the description if you want to go look at that. It just shows me setting it up, so there's no information on it, but it kind of gives you an idea of what I put inside my content planner. Oh, and because I don't think I mentioned it, this is an Erin Condren monthly planner. So what it has in it, let's see. No, I can't even go to December now. We're too close to it. Anyway, what it has is just, there's monthly calendars for the whole year. And then after that, they have like that normal dashboard page that is in all of the Erin Condren planners. and then there are a bunch of lined note pages. And so it works really well because just whatever's going on, I can tailor it to fit, because that's basically what I need, is just blank note space. I just love how customizable it is, and so that's just been working really well for me. And so that's my content planner. And then the last thing I have to show you, this is my Erin Condren on the go folio, and for the last quarter, I'm actually not going to use most of this. I'm going to take out the wellness log, and that's just what I want to focus on. I probably should do the meal planning one too, but right now I'm just not going to. I just don't have the energy for it. It's just not something that's working right now. It's not the meal planner. I mean, I love the meal planner itself, and so hopefully that can be more of a focus at some point. Just right now, this is not one of my priorities. And I think this is just a regular lined notebook. So that's all that's in there. Some stickers and, let's see, just my little cute things in the beginning. So anyway, I'm going to set this aside for a little bit, but this is really what I want to be using. I've been trying to make my health more of a priority for about the last, I think like 2 months or so. I think it was August, I did a no sugar month. And then for the past few weeks, I've been really good about watching what I eat. And while I can track all of that on my phone, I really love being able to see it laid out here. And so this isn't something I've actually even been using, that I've used for a while. Like, I didn't even put a date here. I don't know when that was. It was a while ago. But I think I just want to transfer the information that I have in my apps and just put it on the page just so I can look at it. I think it's just like a motivation thing. It's not even necessary to track it that way. I just want to see it laid out because I want it to help motivate me to keep going. So I definitely want to use this one. And so I'm just going to take it out and use it by itself because I think I will be more likely to use it if I can just set it with my other planners. But this is just definitely something I want to continue focusing on for the rest of the year. And I think that's really it when it comes to my planners for the end of the year. I've got all kinds of fun stuff that I'm going to shake it up with for 2024, and so I can't wait to show you that in a few weeks. I've already hinted at a few of them in some past videos, and I'm just excited for what I have planned. I'm hoping it will turn out really good. Sometimes when I try new things, then it kind of just crashes and burns, but we'll see. I'm trying to not go overboard and keep it simple because that's really just what works best for me. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and that it was helpful in some way. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.